Inspired by March Madness and arguably the best weekend of the year, we have the top billing of basketball movie players. This will be a snake draft style with 5 picks. Once someone is picked, it is off the board. No repeats allowed. That doesn't include movies. You can repeat movies. So if there is more than one basketball player in the movie, you can pick that movie again or that character, as in picking that movie again, but not allowed to repeat characters. And there's also no picking real basketball players. So we're all thinking it. Michael Jordan is off the board. There's no shot anyone here can take him. But before we get going, do we have any questions? Nez, do we have any thoughts heading into this draft?
I'm just excited to get after it, baby. Let's get it. Let's go. I'm a little upset with myself. I missed the cut for brackets this year by about 10 minutes. So I don't have a bracket. I'm not really that invested in March Madness, but that being said, we are I'm gonna win this draft. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Who won last week's top billing and who lost?
Dr. O won last week's top billing. Dr. O won. Yeah, so we have to introduce.
All right.
We'll have to introduce our new segment.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll do it at the end then. Brand new segment.
Okay. And then
Who came in last?
Dr. O, your thoughts on this top billing?
That'd be Ricky Flicks who came in last. But for this,
I had the best pure draft. I said it.
You went full hardo. That was the issue. You went full hardo. I mean, going into this draft, I didn't know how to approach it, whether we were going to be like people playing real former players, like if I was going to go like Bobby Joe Hill from Glory Road or something like that. But I'm excited that this is all fictional, and I'm like right there with Nez. I don't have an emotional investment this year with March Madness, mainly because Ohio State lost in the first round and they were in my Final Four. So I'm out on that now. So I am fully invested in this top billing though, and I'm really upset I didn't get the 3rd overall pick because I had a genius move as a fictional GM for this basketball draft, but I'm not going to be able to execute that.
Well, I think that's interesting because I have the 3rd pick and might as well just get into it now. Nez has the 1st pick of this draft. Then I will go Dr. O, and then myself, Ricky Flicks, and then it'll snake back around. 5 picks, like I said earlier. But Nez, how about you just start us off for the top billing of basketball movie players?
There was no other direction I was going in with this. I don't know if this would be your 1st overall, but I got to go number 1 overall with Jesus Shuttlesworth, baby. I got to go straight to Jesus Shuttlesworth. Ray Allen, Denzel Washington, he got game. That's an all-time, probably the best basketball movie of all time. Hot take. Ooh. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Wow.
But I mean, it's a timeless classic. A timeless classic, and one that I grew up on. Jesus Shuttlesworth, 1st round pick.
I'm kind of thrown off by this 1st pick. I don't think, with the fact that there's no Michael Jordan available, I don't think there's a clear cut number 1. But in terms of like Ray Allen, we're from Connecticut too, and that meaning for us. And then also Spike Lee, you got Denzel as his dad, and Ray Allen. Like, who thought he would be an actor? Like, I still like think of him like as the guy for the Miami Heat who hit the game time shot to send it to overtime against the Spurs. Even though, like, obviously, mainly a Supersonic, and then he's a Celtic. But I mean, great pick. He definitely deserves to be on this list. A 1st rounder, I think, is worthy as well. Might have some character issues, but we won't have to discuss that. Go ahead, Flex.
All-time recruiting visit. All-time recruiting visit. That's all I'll say on that. But
oh yeah,
I will also say no. I think I would disagree with Dr. O. I think this is the clear 1-1 if we're not doing real basketball players. I think this is the clear number 1. I think this is the pick. Like, for me personally, I would have gone this. That's why I was upset I didn't get to have the number 1 pick. But I think this is a slam dunk personally. But
it's Jesus Shuttlesworth. I call myself that on the court all the time.
His name alone is like worthy of a 1-1, even if he sucked at basketball.
Denzel's performance in that movie also incredible.
Yes.
Flex greatest actor of all time, next to Daniel Day-Lewis.
Well, don't even bring his name up anymore.
Moving on, Dr. O, your 1st pick. Your 1st pick, Dr. O.
So if we're going like best basketball players like that, like I want on my team, I gotta go Uncle Drew. I gotta go Uncle Drew with Kyrie. like I have to. And like that's even like if this is just fictional basketball players. Even if the movie was never made, just going on the Pepsi commercials, almost automatic. When those came out on YouTube, they were must watch. And I mean, seeing an old guy like that, him with the makeup, right? Dangling these defenders, right? Draining threes, right? Like nifty around the glass. I mean, I have to go Uncle Drew with as like the best pure player. He's played by Kyrie Irving, obviously. So I gotta go that.
Yeah, I can't blame you there. I can't. And also, it'd just be cool to have
yeah.
Uncle Drew on your team with those handles.
That would be that's pretty nice. That's pretty convenient. That's a great pick. He's actually not on my big board. But I completely understand that pick. It's Kyrie, it's Uncle Drew. And yeah, like I said, it would be great to have an old guy on your team.
yeah, the old veteran.
Yeah. Some veteran experience. There you go.
Oh yeah, exactly. I got the young buck, you got the veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right.
Uncle Drew would be a mentor to Jesus.
Mentor to Jesus. All right. Ricky Flicks, myself, I get the third pick. Here, we talked about Michael Jordan was the clear, like we couldn't get Michael Jordan. So what's the next best thing? You got to have Michael Jordan in a different form, and that's going to be like Mike Calvin Cambridge. That's what it's going to be here.
Wow.
I'm going to take him with the shoes, obviously. So Calvin Cambridge as my point guard, as my shooting guard, doesn't matter. He's going to be my stud, my Michael Jordan on my team.
Nice.
It's a good pick. Nostalgic pick. Yes, no teasing picks, but I'm also thinking a little over relying on the sneakers.
Yeah, he's nothing without those sneakers.
Survive an entire
nothing.
like if we were building a franchise, I'm drafting Calvin Cambridge in the first round. I need his sneakers to stay intact.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
yeah,
you're drafting the shoes.
20-year career.
Yes,
Calvin Cambridge. His biggest issue, he should have told the organization about the sneakers, and they would have done everything to keep those intact.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He should have been upfront with the organization about that, and then he would have been better off.
Yeah, they easily would have been like
the whole situation at the end, that chaotic part.
Yeah, they would have easily been like, okay, we don't care as long as you still play like Michael Jordan. We will keep you. We don't care about your situation.
Yeah. No, but they would do something to imagine like a NBA organization knowing that these shoes are the only thing that are keeping their franchise alive. They are going to do whatever they can to preserve them.
You're thinking like Pat Riley right now, just thinking in his head, all right, shoes.
Oh,
shoes.
yeah.
Jimmy Butler.
I'm thinking like if a team came in possession of those sneakers, for example, like the LA Clippers, I think if the owner knew about like a Steve Ballmer, he would just put the shoes on and play himself. Like he wouldn't even save it for another player.
Could you imagine Steve Ballmer just dunking on dudes?
Yeah, I mean that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Basically looking like he's on a trampoline out there doing a backflip and throwing down a dunk.
Look like the Windows 95 launch. I mean, he'd be hype AF.
You know? Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, just sign a random kid off the street and for like the minimum salary. No,
like Steve Ballmer will be the player.
Wow,
that's a great idea too.
But all right, so Calvin Cambridge is my first pick off the board. All right, to the second round now, still with me. I got my franchise player, but I think I'm just going to take the best shooter off the board, and that's Jimmy from Hoosiers. Just the best pure shooter off the board. He will transition to the three-point game. I don't want to hear that argument. He will transition to a three-point line. I think that he's the best shooter by far, and I want that on my team.
Like a Jerry West.
So exactly, a Jerry West-esque type player to go with my Michael Jordan-esque player. So that's what my pick is, Jimmy from Hoosiers.
The logo. Nice pick. Classic movie.
It is. He's gonna get all the fundamentals done. Like, he's gonna play the right way, all a la like a Tim Duncan. He's gonna do the right thing with the basketball, make the right play. Good pick, and I think his game is transitional towards this new NBA.
Yes. All right, Dr. O, your second pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go Neon from Blue Chips. I mean, obviously Shaquille O'Neal. So I got one former player, one current NBA player. I have Uncle Drew with Kyrie. Now I got Neon from Blue Chips with Shaquille O'Neal, most dominant force in the history of fictional basketball, other than potentially the Monstars. Sorry for teasing that pick there, but I think he himself was basically a human life Monstar in that movie. And I mean, we talk about like epic recruiting visits and things like that. I think Blue Chips is right up that alley with Jesus Shuttlesworth. So I got to go Neon from Blue Chips.
Solid.
Yeah. That scene when he actually goes and sees him, like Nick Nolte goes and sees him play. That was like all time scene, just him just dunking on literally all these random people. That was all time. And then just also like huge recruiting violations, huge character issues, but you're going to take the most dominant force in basketball, of course.
Had to. And I got the high low. I got Kyrie running. I got Uncle Drew up top, and then I got Shaquille O'Neal. I know we're not building a team necessarily, but if we were, mine's looking pretty good.
Indeed. But Nez, off to you for your second and third picks.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Oh man, I got a lot of options here, but I'm actually going to continue with like Mike. Like you said, liability with Calvin Cambridge. With the shoes. So I'm going with Tracy Reynolds. I'm going with Tracy Reynolds, the real star. I mean, he needs another guy next to him. On my team, I got Jesus Shuttlesworth, so I'm taking Tracy Reynolds, second round.
He's the veteran on your team now.
Exactly. We need the veteran presence. We need that locker room guy, right? So he's going to hold the locker room together. And that's my pick. We already talked a lot about Mike, but the difference between him and Calvin Cambridge is he actually is good at basketball.
Also, another thing I want to say is that this graphic is going to look amazing. And in particular, I love these Knights jerseys from that movie.
Yes.
I do think those are great jerseys for a fictional
Tracy
NBA team. They did a great job.
Some great cameos in that movie too. Steve Nash,
AI,
Dirk Nowitzki.
AI. I remember when AI came. I saw that movie in theaters. I remember when AI came on the screen. Everybody screamed. Everybody was so hyped about it.
And he got crossed over.
That was like golden age of AI. That's like 03, 04, like around then. I think that's when like Mike came out. And great pick in terms of guy who kind of was like all about himself, then became a team player, basically became a team captain, right? So I like another leadership role on Nez's squad.
Also a great house. He has a great house.
That plays
great
team parties.
Yes. All right, Nez, back to you.
My next pick is another glue guy. This is your glue guy on your team. This is the guy that keeps everybody together, keeps the camaraderie. Also, he makes plays. He's He's good in the clutch, and that's Air Bud, baby. That's Air Bud. My guy. He's a shooter. He's mobile. He's agile, faster than anybody on the court. He's got 2 more legs than everybody else, and he will cross you up. He will shoot from the perimeter. He can get all in your bunk. He's the most complete basketball player in the game today, bar none. And that's what separates Air Bud from the pack.
That's twice you picked him in the top billing now.
That's my guy. I like dogs.
Of course, who doesn't?
Yeah, Air Bud. And I mean, you can run the pick and roll with Air Bud. He's going to be great on the alley-oop. I think that's strong suit, finishing around the rim. I couldn't agree more. That he's a great third-round value there.
Yeah. Enough said. Dr. Rowe, your third pick.
Okay. See, if I was building a team, I would pick this person to match with Neon from Blue Chips. But instead, I'm going to go with the best player available, and that's Coffee Black from Semi-Pro. Absolutely drains every shot he takes. I don't think I've ever seen him miss a shot in Semi-Pro. Maybe when he was on the Spurs for like half the game, then he switched the team. He went back to the Flint Tropics at halftime. I think, and literally the scenes of like Jackie Moon right in the beginning, him just like saying, call him for the ball, whatever. And you have Coffee Black just dribbling till the end of the shot clock, just in circles and then draining threes in the corner. So, and once again, some character issues, but by the end of that movie, he really fully developed into a better person and overall better basketball player. So I'm going to take Coffee Black from Semi-Pro.
The creator of the alley-oop, basically. He had to be picked somewhere on this draft, so I appreciate that.
That's a foul! 2 fouls! Number 2, 3 with the body.
And also, he's like all-time like moment, like a sports moment is when he left a team that was going to go to the NBA to go back to the ABA team that was going to try to finish in 4th place. Like what? Like what do you?
We also have to talk about the fact that it's Andre 3000 that's playing him.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do have to talk about that.
He's one of the greatest rappers of all time, and he's one of my personal favorites. It's amazing. It's amazing. You have Andre 3000 on your team.
He's had an interesting acting career too. He played Jimi Hendrix.
He's had an interesting life. He just he did Outcast when he was in his 20s. He did a little bit of movies, and now he plays the flute at random parks throughout the United States.
He's so versatile.
Very versatile. But great pick. Now it's off to me for my third and fourth picks. But for my third pick, I want this pick first before my fourth. I want this in the third round, and it's gonna be in White Man Can't Jump. Woody Harrelson's character, Billy. I can't pronounce his last name, but I think
Billy Hoyle.
Hoyle. Thank you. I want this playmaker. I want his adrenaline. He might not be the greatest athlete, but I want his adrenaline where he will just win any game because he has to, because his life is on the line most times, right? And he's just a gambler. I want a gambler on my team. I have a great shooter. I have a great just all-around player. I just want someone that's just going to give that jolt of energy, and that's Billy Hoyle. And also all-time shot, draining the hook shot, full court hook shot to get his girlfriend on Jeopardy. Like, I want that on my team.
Amazing.
He's a gamer. He's an absolute gamer.
Exactly.
Great. I could see him running the point for your team too, and he's got a little chip on his shoulder when he's playing. I respect it. Yeah, that's a good pick. He was definitely on my list, and I'm hinting at my strategy that I wanted for if I had the third overall pick.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now my fourth pick, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna pick his partner in crime.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna pick his partner in crime. Like, I think I have to.
Wow.
It's gonna be Sydney. Like, I think I have to. Now I got the athlete. I got the person that just the trash talker on my team as well. There's someone that's gonna get in the weeds, get into it with the other team. It's gonna be Sydney for me.
Yep. If you're building
Great
a team, that's ideal. Like, that's
Great camaraderie. The chemistry's already there. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense.
good 1-2 punch.
I have a very small team. I'll give you that, but I'll take my team as of right now against anybody. But it's off to you, Dr. O. Your fourth pick.
Don't steal my pick.
I was going to take
Don't do it.
Sidney Dean or Billy Hoyle. Hopefully get both, and Ricky Flex wouldn't take either. I'm gonna go Butch McRae to kind of do the same thing from Blue Chips, to go partner with Neon. Right. I feel like I have to approach that same strategy. I mean, Fernie Hardaway, right? One of the it seemed like a skyrocketing career that kind of plummeted in the mid 90s once Shaq went to the Lakers.
Injury
but
prone.
Talking about his basketball character, I mean, he can run the point for us, right? And he can run the pick and roll with Neon, and we're gonna have like 90 points average for a college basketball team, which is pretty nice. So I'm gonna take Butch McRae, Blue Chips.
If that was real life, that would have been the greatest 1-2 punch in college basketball history. I can't even imagine that. That would have been scary.
It's one of the greatest 1-2 punches in the NBA in the mid 90s. One of them, not the best.
Mm-hmm. Nez, any thoughts on that pick before your last picks?
Nope. I want to make my last picks.
All right, off to you.
I'm ready.
Send it.
Before I make this next pick, I just want to say, we're soaring, flying.
This guy lives
There's
for Disney.
not a star in
Good pick.
heaven that we. Troy Bolton, baby. Wildcats in the house. Not only is he a talented basketball player, but he can be the face of your franchise. He can sing. This guy could drop an album. He's into musical theater. He's multifaceted. And he's my fourth pick, baby. Troy Bolton. I can't believe he survived. I can't believe he made it this deep. I can't believe it.
I did not even think of him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's going to be an honorable mention for me.
The first thing I thought was Troy Bolton, Air Bud. That was the first thing I thought of when you said we were doing this top billing. Oh yeah,
incredible.
Got to keep your head in the game.
I'd be nervous the focus of the team would be off since our best player is going to be in the school musical. But I think it's a good pick. He's a talented guy. He's got to make a decision. He's got to make a commitment to the team or not.
You have Air Bud and Troy Bolton on your team.
Oh yeah, and wait till I give you my last pick, baby. Round 5 pick. I'm going with. I need a point guard. And I need somebody that can dribble, right?
Key.
So I'm going with Lola Bunny.
Lola.
She's quick out there, right? She's got the rabbit feet, She's all over the place. Pretty good ball handling skills. She zips around out there. Better pick than Bugs. Better pick than Bugs, I would say. Bugs is too worried about looking at Lola, so he won't be able to perform out there. But Lola, I think, has the eye on the prize.
Lola's going to be my distributor. She can dribble around the defender, and she can get the ball out to Troy, to Air Bud, to Jesus Shuttlesworth. I guess we're doing teams now. I think that's what's
It's
happening.
come to that point, and it's going to influence
Yeah.
my last pick.
I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, Lola Bunny. That's my final pick. Had to get that one. Had to get my point guard.
One of the most anticipated things that I'm waiting for with the new Space Jam movie is how good are going to be the Looney Tunes. Is Lola Bunny going to be as good as the prior one, or is like Bugs just going to be a superstar now? Like, what's going to happen?
Have their games evolved since 1996?
Exactly. And I don't know if I could say like they will.
Exactly.
LeBron might just take over. He just might do everything.
I feel like they're going to be rusty in the first time when they head out for practice. And Foghorn Leghorn's going to be stomping all over the place, saying, I'll say.
Yosemite Sam's just going to be shooting his gun at people. Like, it's not going to go well that first practice.
No.
Dr. Rowe, your last pick.
Okay. I need a glue guy. I have Uncle Drew. I got 3 NBA players with Penny Hardaway. And then I have one of the greatest rappers of a generation, obviously, with Andre 3000. I need my glue guy, someone who's going to bring the boys together in case that there's a little bit of divisiveness on the team or having locker room talks. Maybe we have to have a players only meeting. Who's going to lead the players only meeting? Bill Murray from Space Jam. Bill Murray from Space Jam. The guy is just so dang likable. He knows how to bring people together. He is not going to be the fastest on the court, right? He's not going to be the shot maker you need, but I could actually see him late in a game needing to make a couple free throws. I think he would bang them. He's a high pressure player, right? Comes in late into games, obviously, from our records of Space Jam. I like the positive vibes he brings. He's playing with a backwards hat during the game. So I'm going to go with Bill Murray as my glue guy for my team for this top billing.
Wow. I did not see that coming at all. Didn't even think of that. I'm impressed.
He's terrible. He sucks at basketball.
I think you missed my entire argument where I said he's a glue guy and he's a leader and he's going to lead the players only meetings.
He should be your 6th man.
Well, I mean, we're only drafting 5 people.
Yeah, I know.
I would be okay if he sat on the bench and I played my 4.
All I know is that Airbud is locking down Bill Murray 100%.
Bill
Airbud's locking down
anybody. Airbud. Bill would
Airbud will lock down anybody. Yeah, you're right.
I think Bill would just be nice to the dog and kind of be a distraction to Airbud throughout the entire game.
That's a great
take
point.
him out of it. Like he's just
no.
I think dogs just naturally love Bill Murray. I can see that.
Right, but Tracy Reynolds, the veteran presence that we have on our team, he's gonna get him in the right headspace.
Dude, he's gonna be going down low. Like I'm talking Tracy Reynolds going down low against Neon. Oh my God. Then you got to worry about the backcourt.
But watch the pick and roll with Lola Bunny and Jesus Shuttlesworth.
I'm lacking a bit of defense on my team for sure, but I think Butch McRae could do a pretty good job on Lola.
This is getting ridiculous.
Well, my last pick, I'm going to go the same route as in now we're doing teams. I also need a glue guy, but I also need a big man. I have all small players. Like Jimmy's kind of tall, but I need a big man. But all I have to say is ELE.
So you're picking a glue guy too.
Jackie Moon. That's exactly what I'm doing.
I thought when you said big man and then you were saying ELE, I thought you were going to say Fakitis.
No.
God damn you, Fakitis! Corn dogs, Jackie. Corn dogs for everyone. All these people.
But to go into my pick here.
Learn damn English, Fakitis.
Jackie Moon is the ultimate glue guy. The guy freaking fought a grizzly bear. This is the ultimate glue guy. And
it's true.
ELE is such a great motto. He's the coach, general manager, and star player, or one of the star players, I guess. But I want that camaraderie on my team. I want someone that will do anything for the team, and that's Jackie Moon. Jackie Moon is the ultimate glue guy. So that's my
great locker room guy. And I would say good for team chemistry. He'll put him in the mascots. He'll do a little choreographed dancing for an advertisement, yes. But he'll bring the team together. And then he also recognizes when the team is kind of ripping apart. Like if someone calls another person a jive turkey, he knows when to intervene. You know what I mean? Yes. He knows what he has to do in order to keep that chemistry.
No JT.
Come on.
Yeah.
No one calls anybody a JT.
Also, his free throw shooting ability is high pressure situations. I want that on my team as well, I should say. But
he's a little selfish as a teammate.
He's a little volatile.
Yeah, he could be toxic in the locker room.
Hey, it's better than some of his teammates. Now
he said to S my C. I'll murder your family.
All right, that's enough.
Before we get to honorable mentions, let's just read the list off. So Nez's team is Jesus Shuttlesworth from He Got Game, Tracy Reynolds from Like Mike, Air Bud, Troy Bolton from High School Musical, and Lola Bunny running the point for him. Dr. O has Uncle Drew, Neon from Blue Chips, Coffee Black from Semi Pro, Butch McRae from Blue Chips, and Bill Murray from Space Jam. Ricky Flicks has Calvin Cambridge from Like Mike, Jimmy Chitwood from Hoosiers, Billy Hoyle from White Man Can't Jump, Sidney Dean from White Man Can't Jump, and Jackie Moon. Nez, your honorable mentions.
Yeah, I almost drafted Teen Wolf for compatibility with Airbud, as they, he's half man, half wolf.
Yes.
And Airbud is a descendant of a wolf.
You got a very diverse team.
I also had Jamal Wallace from Finding Forrester. That's just a great movie, and he's a shooter. That dude could shoot. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I had.
Dr. O?
I literally had no honorable mentions.
Really?
I was really at the end of the line
Wow.
here. I mean, I could have thrown in like the Monstars or any of the Looney Tunes, but I didn't like the Monstars. I don't even know their names. I just know their colors and like they're kind of beasts. And I don't think they play well on their own. And they're going to be bad locker room guys, so I can't take them.
The orange Monstar was a beast. The Charles Barkley one.
Yeah, he was good.
That guy was a beast.
But yeah, I didn't have like really any. I had Michael Jordan, obviously, was like left on my board, and Bill Murray. I was in dire straits, but I did need the glue guy.
Well, I do have some honorable mentions. I'll just say some of the non-big ones first. So Quincy McCall from Love and Basketball, all-time recruit, similar to a Jesus Shuttlesworth type. Ricky Rowe from Blue Chips as well, another shooter if I didn't pick Jimmy. But another one I want to say is John Tucker from John Tucker Must Die. All-time dunk. All-time dunk.
You're right.
The flipping dunk to win the game. Like, that's all-time athleticism. And also Denzel, and He Got Game, Jake Shuttlesworth. Like, he was amazing too. He almost beat his son when he's been in prison for how many years? Like, holy crap.
True, yeah.
He's an all-time basketball player. And
everybody You're right.
And everyone on the streets is like this guy is the best or was the best. And like it's saying like he's basically better than his son was. And like he just went to prison and was a terrible person. But still, I would have liked that on my team. Obviously character issues, but at the end of the day, he ends up overcoming those. And also, I think I should just mention, like Dr. was saying, there aren't a lot of great ones left. I think we picked the best ones on the board. Maybe Teen Wolf was maybe an oversight on our part, maybe. But there are great basketball movies that just don't have great players. Like think of like Coach Carter. You think of Samuel Jackson, such a great performance there, and it's solely around the coach. Like they do have great players, but that's really
they had that. I forgot what the one player's name was that was going to go play in college. I forgot who it was, but he was pretty good. I thought about him with the headband. It was played by
headband guy.
Rob Brown, I think the actor is.
He wore the old and one headband.
Channing Tatum and Coach Carter.
God. Yeah, literally a liability on the offensive end. But
yeah,
that will wrap.
Coach Carter's son, it's not a bad one. He had potential. He was only a freshman on the varsity team.
No Monstars got drafted, which is interesting.
Yeah, I just don't know what to say. Do I say orange Monstar? Do I say purple?
No, they have
Monstar?
names. You would just have to look it up.
All right,
but all right.
That wraps up our top billing here.
No.